Hello, space engineers. Welcome back to another episode of Far From Home. In this series, we traveled 25,000 kilometers through Reaver-infested space, with salvage as our only resource. We've traveled more than 5,000 kilometers. In last episode, we got our jump drive and made our first jump. Now, unfortunately, that only got us about 300 kilometers, so we're going to need to do a lot of jumps and or get another jump drive. And right now what we're doing is looking for salvage. We've been working on that grinder pit and we need to test it out. Got a new arm on the grinder pit, see how it works. So we're going to be looking for a wreck, looking for something to salvage. While we wait for salvage, I'm going to work on the donut. See if I can fix some of these obvious problems. Heck, we might even start by putting another railgun right here. Yeah, maybe we'll do that. Alright, let's hit the magic button and get this thing printed up. Alright, let's get this thing attached. Let's get the tug and put it on the turret. Okay, so we've got a company, unwanted company, and hopefully we can send them away. Alright, let's get that turret hooked up. Okay, this is railgun 1, so let's go let's put the tug away, or let's, got a couple things to do. So, I'm going to set that railgun up. And I'm going to temporarily just put the tug here. Okay, the railgun turret has been set up, and we are going to use this handy-dandy arm. Weld up all that steel. I guess 2 kilometers is the automatic detection range. It didn't detect me. Oh, and it did detect my decoy, okay. We weren't able to get very much done before a Reaver mutilator showed up, so gotta send him away too. Okay, we're just gonna get the rest of that stuff by hand. Made good progress. Okay, So what are we doing now? Well, I'm just gonna wait for a minute until another signal shows up. Until the signal that is there shows. I gotta get the tug and turn the thrusters off. I just need to park the darn thing properly is really what I need to do. Let's just park you properly because we're gonna go ahead we're gonna take the whole shebang over to the whatever it is. Let's go. Wait. For the timer to kick off. Piece of salvage so that we can get headed in the correct direction. Just gonna wonder if I can visually identify anything. 8 kilometers is not really that far. I mean, you can see things at 8 kilometers out. It's to the left, and it was up. Oh, I can actually see it now. That's something. It says something. There it is. Yep, it's right there. That is wow. Wow. I just don't know what to say about this other than it looks friggin' huge. It looks like a space station, like a big one, which I didn't think that they had random encounters like that, but... So, while we drift over there, I'm going to work on doors for the grinding pit. So when you're attaching multiple hinges to the same thing and you want them to work together, you get one attached. You have to make sure that the direction of the hinge is the same as the other one that you have. So this one, they're the same. That notch is the marker. So that's the negative direction. You put the hinge head in here, just the part. Then you weld that up. And this guy you can attach. Too many Reavers. That's what that is. That's too many Reavers. Can't go anywhere or do anything. And that thing is looking big. It's definitely a space station. I've really never used blast door blocks that much, except for maybe as decoration. That's pretty much it. So I'm kind of learning something new a little bit today. Hinge on here, hinge part. Yeah, we can. Okay. So, I'm having a bunch of trouble getting these doors to fully open. It looks like I need to take off a whole row of blocks here, because even these blast door edges are intersecting with them. So, for now, I'm just gonna cut this whole thing off, because I have to redesign some stuff. And we are getting close to our station. So I'm just going to get a close-up view of this salvage as we approach. I want to monitor the distance so we can stop before our guns are in range. I don't want to shoot the crap out of it. And of course, there are more Reavers. Yay! Oh, wow. Okay, well, we are going to have to turn the AI control of those guns off. Now, what the heck just happened? What do we do? It looks like this thing is freaking spinning now. That's inconvenient. Well, it's pretty much intact here, and it's not terribly big. Let's go get the tug and bring it back, or at least hack it. Mush station. So, one of the things that's been going on with Far From Home is that the Reavers are getting just harder and harder and harder to deal with, and the frequency of encounter is really preventing me from doing anything else in the game, and it's just not any fun. So, I'm going to experiment with making a mod that I'm calling Reavers Lite, where all I do is reduce the frequency of the Reaver spawns. So there is a file as part of the Reavers mod called conditions, conditions.sbc, and in there the definitions for the Reaver spawn conditions are defined. So I've reduced the spawn chances for the Reavers. So this file, these definitions, these game definitions, should be loaded in before the official Reavers mod is loaded. And what that means is the definitions in the Reavers mod, which have the exact same name, will be ignored because they've already loaded those definitions. The rest of the Reavers mod is still going to be looking for the definitions with those same names, and they will be there, but they will be my definitions. So hopefully I won't have removed Reavers, but I will have made the spawn rates something that just isn't awful, quite honestly. I'd like to keep them in the game. That's a big part of this playthrough, but I don't know. I don't really want to keep playing if I have to just constantly deal with them. So hopefully that doesn't spoil the experience for anyone watching the show. My intent is that the Reavers will be a less regular hindrance. Okay, well, there is a Reaver Berserker nearby, so that's a good start. Okay, we already have one printed. That is awesome. Can we get him to leave before he comes after us? Yeah, I can see him over there. Let's get this welded back up. Yeah, this wreck, could attract the attention of that Reaver, especially after I hack the antenna. Man. Really hope that it gets the decoy. There's the decoy. Yeah, the donut is 8.25 kilotons. No wonder it can't jump very far. So let's go see if we can explore this wreck a little bit. This thing has quite a few guns on it. None of them have shot at me, which is awesome. Okay, well, let's get our gun out. No, that's not what I grabbed ammo for. Okay, great. Let's check this out. Oh, well, it's been decommissioned. Okay, there's nothing going on there. What about this timer block? What are you doing? You're controlling the Mayday. Okay, we're turning you off. Okay. You are also controlling the Mayday. Okay, we're also going to turn you off. Those are empty. Ton of oxygen. Okay, so it'd be nice to get the oxygen. Oh, it'd be nice to get that hydrogen. A lot of the guns have ammo in them. That is pretty cool. See? Oh yeah, because I shot stuff. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is 13 blocks. That main chunk is. I could get most of that in there if I chop this end off, which, what does this have in it? This is where the oxygen is. This would be a great place to hook up to it and suck things out of it. Okay. Let's see how we're doing. I want to bring the donut over here, but I don't want to blow all this stuff up. Are these mine yet? No. This beacon must be stuck on something. Let's see what those hacking computers are working on. Oh, no enemy blocks have been found. Okay. Then I should be able to get at this, right? Wrong. Okay. Yeah, they're all it's because they're turned off. Okay, so I'm gonna just grind them. Which is producing nothing. So that's... Oh no, there it is. It's right there. I just can't see it. Okay, cool. Nice, okay. Let's get this stuff in the tug. We need this. So this is hooked up all the way through. I mean, obviously it's not hooked up this way, but I hope it's hooked up like through the center of this build here. So, oh, that's the large cargo. Okay, yeah. Yeah, it does look hooked up. Alright, so let's get it back. Let's get going. So let's get some steel and put a connector on there. Now, we need to set this arm up. I haven't set up any controls for this. And we need it to come out of here. So let's make sure I've named the pistons, which I probably haven't. So let's do all that. It's a big ship. Tried to make the spawns less, but here we have one. Okay, please go find that and leave me alone. Okay, so supposedly if I reverse the pistons, increase their speed, decrease their speed, wow. That's because the reason he did that is because this guy's inertia sensor was on. That's the one connected to the rest of the ship, so all the force went through the entire ship as opposed to just stopping with these three. So you guys need to have your inertia sensors on. And the rotor does too. Where's my grinder pit rotor? That one. Okay, so let's reverse these hinges. So auto lock off, auto lock is on. So let's turn that on. And let's see if we can get this thing hooked up. Great to do that before another Reaver shows up. I need to try and get the tug a little better aligned with the center of mass. Maybe that'll make this a little easier. I can't. Oh, I hope I can see what I'm doing. Okay, so I need to get up there. Excited to get this hydrogen on board. This thing's got a large hydrogen tank. That is super nice. Looks like maybe it's gonna lock. Is it? It's too heavy to fling itself away. Oh, it is ready to lock. So let's put the tug back in the ship. And let's see what we can do about trying to maneuver this sucker in here after we drain all the oxygen and hydrogen, of course. I do feel, at least right now, I feel like the Reaver spawns have chilled out for a second. So maybe that mod is working out okay. Okay, so let's get the let's drain things off of this. Oh, a Reaver piercer. That's not what we need right now. Maybe the Reaver spawns have not let up. Let's just jump. We're gonna go home. Yes. Wow. Okay. That's just so silly that the station is just fine. That long dangly arm, it's all fine. Let's point this sucker at home. Because I'd like to actually go closer to home next time. Because I kind of jumped that at diagonal. I did not jump towards home. Yeah, okay. Is this narrow enough to get in here or what? I don't think so. Because we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and this goes 6. So the bare minimum to cut this off. Okay, let's see if this will fit in there. Kind of doubt it. Well, unfortunately, we need to spend some effort helping this fit in the grinder pit. So, gotta grind some stuff off. Is it gonna fit? I don't know. Turn off some inertia tensor stuff, it might fit. Kinda sorta fits. Almost. Wow. So let's turn the inertia tensor off on the second piston and see if that helps it to wiggle its way in here a little bit. Oh yeah. Sorta. Okay, let's try and move the pistons back. Wow, that is a bad view. Guess that's working out okay. It's still kind of just slowly pushing it in there, right? Yeah. So we're having all these problems with the blocks getting bound up on their collision boxes with the grinders and not actually getting ground. But then when the waggle kicks in from things not having the shear inertia tensor on, it kind of fixes it and everything just moves forward. Okay, it sort of fits. This edge is really binding things up, this edge of the pit. I think the slopes that I have up top are really making a big difference. The pistons are definitely pulling too quickly, and it's causing everything to get bound up. So a little forward back, a little bit of in out, fixes the problem. Piston's too strong for the hinge. That's what's happening. Piston's overpowering the hinge. Okay. Maybe if we start spinning this rotor that the wreck is on, maybe that'll help. Let's give it a go. Okay, so now that that's been ground up, do some housekeeping and get on the way. I got a lot of work to do on the ship. So this ought to take care of my future oxygen storage needs, and conveniently is the start of a second deck in here. Okay, so we are on the way now, headed towards home. See home in the distance, actually. And I want to try and work on putting some doors on the grinding pit. I'm going to work on that, and hopefully we won't have any more visitors. So the issue that I have here is that when I put a blast door block on here, I can't seem to get the hinge any further back than like this. So do I have steel plate? A little. Let's get a few more. Alright. So I need to be able to get the door all the way open, and as things stand, this block gets in the way. Right, so let's see here. It's on there like that when we close. Alright, that's great. Okay, so I will be able to open that. Okay, time to grind all these off. Yeah, it doesn't want to let me place that there. That's not good. Does this have to be a different block? Yeah, so those also need to be different. Okay. Right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 blocks, and then the 7th one would be in the middle. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Alright, let's attach all these hinges. These are all going to have to move as a group at the same velocity, or bad clangy things are going to happen and really spoil my day. So this control seat here that controls everything is too close to the wrecks that go in. It also doesn't have a good enough field of view for my preference, so I'm going to cut all this out and reshape the armor and push the control seat back in here. Right there. Okay. So I have rearranged all of this stuff. I've rearranged everything about this control seat for the grinding pad. I think this will give me a good view both of wrecks that are coming in and wrecks that are being ground up. I'm going to put a little airlock in here. This will be an exterior part of the ship. And I think right here, I'm going to put a inset light. I think that'll be neat. So I'm going to get all this welded up. And that'll probably be us for this episode. Alright, let's get these doors welded. Hello, space engineers, and welcome to the outro, where we go over the statistics for the episode. So this episode, we had a little bit of salvage, or a big chunk of salvage. We got an encounter, which is awesome. We did the Mush station, which is a decommissioned space pirate station. We kind of failed here on the traveling towards home front. We kind of had a major fail because we went backwards this episode. When we jumped to try and get away from the Reaver piercer, we were not pointing in a good direction. and we ended up making negative progress. So we went backwards 117 kilometers this episode. We got 19,814 to go, and we've currently traveled 5,940. Now, there's some good information on this front. We have 10 more Gatling boxes than we had before. The mush station had a bit of ammo, and that was pretty helpful. We shot 16 more railgun rounds, but we still got 561 left. I've added a new statistic on here for railgun turrets. We have manufactured 9, and we've lost 5. So you can figure out we have 4 on the ship right now. I hope this episode found you well, and I hope you can join me for the next one. Till then, bye-bye.